And they know what they're doing. So it and it takes time. If a person continuously hears, this bad, this good over and over again, you're going to start to believe it, especially if it's coming from the news media, especially if that's your only outlet.
Faith in the fight, light in the news, voices rise, justice grooves. This is Kingdom Political.
Child, y'all heard about that daddy that just ran over the police that unalived his son?
Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
Police in there chasing these 4 teens in this car.
4 people get out and start.
You only see 6 seconds of this video. It was foggy as shit. Like the cop, this cop was a retired cop. He wasn't even supposed to be on duty to be doing shit like this. He's some old ass cop who claimed he saw a gun, and then another officer said that the gun fell from him. Now we know these young niggas carry weapons, and for them to just shoot little buddy just because he was running, they're running. He shot Buddy and unalived him. Now, the daddy went and viewed the footage of said what happened. And after this, they say he stayed quiet and pleasant and left the room. Now, this happened next.
On MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into.
Yes, he put this foot on the gas and ran that motherfucker over here. Like his son, get back at his finest. This on Facebook tea. Now, right when this was going down, this lady had made a post. She claimed in this post that she just saw a woman run over a sheriff. Then she said she saw a man in the car unconscious. And if you can see, you see Buddy in the picture. He got this knot on his head. Now, at first I thought the police officer must have beat him up. But what she said, her claims could be true. He probably ain't even the one did it. It must was the old girl, the mama or something that did it. He just gonna take the blame. I don't know. This all allegedly. This is what I saw on Facebook. He ain't got no bond. And they done set up a GoFundMe for everybody to, donate, because he a superhero. He just sat up there and ran over a cop that did something to his son. He's super in my eye. Y'all go ahead and donate. He got his securities and all his stuff on there where you can put money on his books and everything right now. He ain't got no bond. I think his next court date is on Tuesday. I will keep y'all updated. And did y'all see how he stared down on police officers? He sure did. But the black lady, when he was walking them out, they look like they had the 2 women walking them out, because them dudes, they energy, even in the video, you can see their energy was just bad energy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get them. But the women, they look a little positive. Not all cops are bad, but them bad ones, they get what they deserve. Like he did. Free that man.
Ghetto ratchetness. And I'm looking at the likes. Thank God it's only like 2,000 people that liked it. But they had set up a GoFundMe for this dude. This whole black-white racism, it has to stop, man. It really has to stop. They set up a GoFundMe for this kid that unalived this young man at the track.
Oh yeah, Carmelo Anthony for Austin Mike.
Yeah. So it's just wild. I don't know what to say. It's just ridiculous.
And both sides are doing it now. I was talking about this in my live stream earlier today. A lady was at a playground. Her name is Shiloh Hendricks, and apparently Black America are trying to get her canceled completely. And white America is standing up for her. All right. So, and this is how it's going. She was at the playground with her baby. Her baby was a baby that's not even at the age can walk yet. Probably 10, 11 months, maybe. Probably can walk, but just now starting to walk. And she's holding the baby. But apparently another kid that was there, who they say was a 5-year-old autistic Black kid, kept going inside of her bag and taking the baby's stuff and then running away. So instead of her trying to figure out who the parents was on the playground, she started yelling at the little kid and calling him an N-word with the hard ER. And she kept doing it. So a man that was on the playground, a man of color but not Black, he looks like he's from India. I believe so. And he has a story behind him too. But he had a camera on his phone. He was like, "Ma'am, why were you calling that young boy the N-word?" And he kept saying it with the hard NR. You don't think that's wrong? And she was like, "He was effing with my son and he was messing with us. We kept telling him to get away from he kept going to my stuff, my bag." And he was like, "But you should not have called him the N-word and this, that, and the other." She said, I'll call him whatever I want to call him. Nobody's out here taking making sure that he acts right, and he's out here showing off. So I call him whatever I want to call him. And he said, you don't think it's wrong to use that word? And she was like, I'll call you that. And she said, N word, N word, N word. She started calling it to him. And she has raised money on GoFundMe from a bunch of racist white people.
Yes. Yes.
Who are now feeling bad for her, saying that a white person should be able to say the word, especially if black people say it all they want and they're not bothered. So,
and then where was this kid's parents?
Don't know. That might have been the kid's father, for all I know. Could have pretend. They didn't say it, and they didn't specify inside the video. Yeah, they didn't specify inside the video. So, I don't know if that was his dad or not, but yeah, I was saying the same thing. Because usually, how I'm brought up, if the kid is acting foolishly, you find out who the parents are. You say something to
the parents.
Yeah. But she was talking to the kid, and then, so yeah, she has a GoFundMe for her right now.
Wow.
Raising a lot of money, by the way.
Wow. I think it's sad that this is the world that we're living in right now. And, it's crazy how a lot of people, especially Democrats and the progressives, want to blame it on Trump. It's ever since he came into office, blah, blah, blah. But I'm finding out that members that are still around of the KKK, they view Trump as a race baiter.
Really?
That he's not going along with the KKK. He's not going along with their agenda. So I don't know if people are just screwed up all over the place.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
because it seemed like he don't want to even be involved with a lot of those groups.
No,
it's like he has a mission, and his mission is not involved with all that BS. It's like, that's just foolishness. That's noise that goes against what we're trying to do. You're actually slowing us up right now.
Yes. And I think more so, not just for him. I mean, he's, what is he, 80 some odd years old? He's trying to make sure that generations that, going forward have a place that they can call home. A place that's progressive, a place where they can make money and thrive and actually live the American dream, So,
well, Democrats are in the mind, and us is, since I'm still 85% Democrat, 85% conservative, 15% Democrat.
Come on, all the way over there.
I'm trying, but it's like, a bleeding heart is a bleeding heart, but at the end of the day, I understand why I made the move. I don't plan on going back, but I still have a certain level of understanding, and a lot of my family and friends are still there, what they talk about. So basically, they're saying that the energy that MAGA puts forth says that we are not only open to this type of public rhetoric, but we want that. We demand that. And it's by saying, I know you want to be a girl and you claim that you're a girl, but you're a boy or you're a man, and that's what we're going to call you. So we're not respecting your pronouns. And that to them is dangerous, because they're saying that people have committed suicide because of it and all this other stuff, which are this is very misleading, because the numbers are so small that I don't even know why they're even mentioning it. Same way that they say so many women are dying because they're not able to get an abortion. The numbers are so small that I don't even know why they mention it. Same way that Black America keeps saying the white police keep on coming in our neighborhoods and killing our kids. Those numbers are so small that I don't know why they're just doing it, because it panders to their group of support. So
yes, yeah. I think if they were really to look at the stats, they would find just the opposite in most cases. What was the first thing you mentioned? I just lost my train of thought.
You talking about Shiloh Hendricks, or are you talking about as far as Trump is concerned?
Yeah, you were just mentioning the stats about
so
the Black community say.
Yeah, so basically what they're saying is since Trump want people to say whatever they want to say, and not adhere to the social norms and just go off of what's considered to be constitutional or right or wrong or biblical, then certain things are being kicked out and we're not even entertaining it. And to them, it's dangerous. So people are more open to saying the N word now because they have no fear of being canceled. They believe that it's because of Trump, who believes that everything should be on the table. That's why people are being so reckless now, saying the N word to black people or saying that men who consider themselves to be trans women are men and women who consider themselves to be trans men, women. And so that's pretty much the boldness of how MAGA speaks. They're saying that that's the reason why people are so open to just blatantly disrespecting other people. Yeah, whether it's publicly or anywhere else.
Because they want to call out the truth that a man can't be a man and a man can't be a woman and a woman can't be a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's common sense, you know. So, I really don't know what to make out of that. You know, we just live in a world where, and I believe this whole agenda was instituted by the globalists, by people in charge of the World Economic Forum and the UN and the World Health Organization. They wanted to create what they call a world without borders. They wanted to create a dehuman platform. So that's why, to introduce, well, not just the AI technology that can be used for good and bad, but a way to immortalize the human, to take just the DNA in the seed of Adam, the seed that God put in them, and create a transhuman. So this whole lesbian, gay, homosexuality, trans agenda, they're bringing into place because they want to bring people to a place where there's no moral fiber, there's no spiritual law. It's all a demonic agenda at the end, to be honest with you. And the only way to do that is to say that God made a mistake, right? And that you might feel like you might look like a woman, but no, you're really a man inside, and you need to change that and just cause the division, the infighting, and that sort of thing. Because if they can do that, then they can cause us to go against each other, and they can cause God's seed to be corrupted. And then it makes us more pliable to receive this person that they want to bring in to kind of take over the world and fool the masses. I remember there was one thing that the leader of the World Economic Forum at one point, he stepped down and I think they're committing a coup against him, Klaus Schwab. He said, he said that you'll own nothing and be happy. And the only way to do that really is to take people's identity away from them, to confuse them, to divide them. You know, that's the only way to do it. So I'm sorry about that.
You could. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
My thing is, why are we falling into the trap so easily? Like, why are we so quick to, like the young lady I just now showed you? That quickly, they have someone who's posting, and usually when you hear stuff like this, I don't even look at it as, wow, this is crazy. I can't believe people are thinking this. No, for every idea, there's going to be an opposing idea, period. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was going to happen, but quickly, this lady stepped up and said, he is a hero. Now, it only has 2,000 likes, but why does it have 2,000 likes? 25 to be exact. Yeah. And then when I go in and obviously on X, the responses are going to be extremely conservative. But if you go to TikTok where the original post is, holy crap. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna see a lot of people will be like, "Yeah, you're right. He's a hero. I'd do that for my son." Why was the police even there if he was retired? Like they're gonna start going off of what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the police shouldn't even be there. He retired. Now everybody gonna start spreading that he retired. He shouldn't even be there. Why he got his gun out? He already turned that on. I mean, it's
I just, you know what? I notice a lot of people will people listen to the media without doing any fact checking, real fact checking, like going to do research and finding out both sides of the story. I think that's important. Not to just look at your side, like our conservative side, but what are the Democrats saying? Why are they saying this? And look at it objectively to find out what's actually going on. I think that the media has been fooling us for so long. You have networks like MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC, the Wall Street Journal, newspapers like the Wall Street Journal that are an arm of the CIA. So this propaganda that they've been putting out for years. And they know what they're doing. So and it takes time. If a person continuously hears, this bad, this good over and over again, you're going to start to believe it, especially if it's coming from the news media, especially if that's your only outlet. I just thank God that we have other platforms. We have social media platforms that are able to come out there and give different views. And, you don't have to take everything at hearsay. Do your research. But I find once you do your research and you kind of connect the dots, that's what God did with me. He had me looking at different organizations. Go here, go there, go look at that. Next thing you know, I come across a video. I'm sitting there watching TV. I'll come across a video about the World Economic Forum. I'll find out what they believe in. I'll start getting emails from an outlet that's talking about, WHO and that sort of thing. And you start connecting the dots, and once you do that, you start to realize that maybe everything that you've heard from the media hasn't been true. Maybe there was an agenda that they were trying to, to bring about. And the only way to do that is if you can mass influence people. So, and it has to be a coordinated effort. You know what I mean? So, I believe that's why we're where we are today. And then a lot of conservative voices, a lot of us haven't started speaking out until just recently. Because for a lot of us, especially in the Black community, you live and let live. If that's your thing, if that's something that you want to do, go and do it as long as it doesn't affect me. But a lot of these liberals haven't looked at it as grace, as non-judgment. I'm just letting you do what you do. No, they kind of look at your silence as a license to do the things that they want to do, and then start to teach your children about it and start to spread it around like it's gospel. It's their good news. So I think that's why a lot of people are fooled.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm sure there's a way to find it, and I will find it one day. But I'm going to make a speculation, and I know that if I'm not a betting man, not anymore anyway. I don't like to really go to casinos or bet money. I think the house is set up to win. I didn't also, but anyway. But I think that for every 10 people like yourself who decide to do that research, that there's more than 1 million people who just saw the information on a IG reel or a TikTok or Facebook reel, like a short, and before they researched anything, they sent it to their friends. Like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked by it. I know somebody who will want to see it.
Yeah, sensationalism.
Yeah, and they just forwarded and forwarded and forwarded and forwarded, and so many people just eat it up without looking into it. They're not going to a separate screen and figuring out, okay, who are these people? Exactly what happened? What did that happen? Was the cop who really shot the shot that killed kid? Was he retired? Should he have had a gun in his hand? Should he have been on the scene? All this other stuff. Ain't nobody looking into that. They just sharing it, share it.
And they always say there's three sides to the story, right? One side, the other side, and the truth. So, got to learn the truth. I just think we need to use our brains more, and and just start to understand, try to understand why things are happening. Don't just look at something and take it verbatim without doing your research. And that's how I feel about that. And I do. I mean, I look at the kid, and I mean, I understand how the dad feels about it, but I mean, your kid's running around in a stolen car with a gun, man. And I'm not saying it's dad's fault. For all we know, dad did the best that he could in raising him, and the son went his own way. But you got to look at the facts.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if he goes back and look at the tape, and he's like, they said my son had a gun. He ain't had no gun. Like, that's the first thing we go for. Like, we trying to defend our position.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, that he did not have a gun. I believe that the truth will come out. I believe that there's a way of going about getting the truth. If the video is there, nobody has gotten rid of the video or anything like that. You know what I mean? You can file some type of charges to have it looked at again. You can
you
do many other things.
Not only that, you have 3 other officers there, all of them which should have had body cam.
Different angles.
Right. So catch them all.
Yeah, different angles.
Yeah.
Especially from the shooter.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the shooter, the shooter could have gotten it. But already, I just wanted you to listen, already people are celebrating a fallen police officer.
Yeah.
Already saying that he's guilty. So we've gone from innocent into proven guilty to everybody just throwing it out the window. Just everybody's like, man, F it. There's no more innocent to proven guilty. Like, if I don't like your side, you're guilty to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
My side is...
it really concerns me. You know what I mean? I just, it's, something that, that God showed me last year.
What God showed you last year?
He told me that if we weren't careful, that we were going to have a race war. And he wanted me to warn the people about it. Don't fall into the hype. I hate you because you're white, or you hate me because I'm black. We shouldn't care if each other are polka dot. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And we need to call each other out on it. I honestly feel that way.
I've been, for the lack of other terms, I've been ringing that bell for the last few weeks.
Which bell?
The potential of having a race war bell. I'm seeing too much stuff. I'm seeing way too much proof all over social media that shows me that this is what not only black people want, but the racist white people that we're talking about, like the ones that really hate us.
Yes.
They out there like, yes, we're finally here. We're ready. We're ready. You see the stuff that they're sharing. We're ready. They're not trained like us. They haven't been out here shooting like us.
Wow.
We're ready. Like, if we're, it's crazy, man. And then you got videos of black men just getting on. I just now shared this. Let me show you this right quick. It's really quick. So these guys are getting on social media and just straight up saying, it's time to unalive white people.
Wow.
It's time to get them off the map.
Yeah. And what do you think would happen? I mean, if people actually went along with this negative thinking, and they took their racism to a place where they want to, and they actually start to unalive each other, where do you think that will put us?
Having to take a side.
What'd you say?
It will force us to take a side.
Well,
If it gets too close to us and people are only attacking people who look opposite of them, and they are pulled into the propaganda, they're pulled in, we don't know how far this is going to get. I honestly believe that if it don't get to our doorsteps, before it gets to our doorsteps, let me get there. Before it gets to our doorsteps, I believe that this country would be held under martial law.
There you go.
And it would get even worse from then.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's part of a plan. I really do.